Even the parking lot is incredible, right? I'm so excited to explore. So this morning we've driven around 45 minutes to a little village called Omiš, and this place is absolutely stunning. It sits right where the Cetina River flows into the Adriatic Sea, and it's squeezed right between these steep mountains, beautiful blue water and sandy beaches. Locals and tourists like to call this the pirate town, and that is because in the 12th century this was one of the most feared pirate strongholds in the Adriatic. But one of the things I'm really excited to do here is climb up the Mirabella Fortress. It's about a 15-minute walk up the steep cliff, and it does look pretty intimidating, but I think it's going to be worth the views from the top. So let's start our big walk. I really love this place. It surprises me that a place this beautiful and cool and unique can be so close to Split and you don't really hear about it. But it is cool because it makes it a lot quieter when it's not as well known and popular, and then that way you get to experience it a little bit more quiet. It's not actually that hard, hey? Wow, it's so beautiful. We still have a little bit to go, but I don't think it'll be too hard today. There's a little ticket booth as you go up a bit of the stairs, and it's €3 per adult to get up here, which I think is a very reasonable price to be able to get a good view of the town. This is very cool. You can just imagine the pirates walking up here to defend the city. Check out that view, Kavi. You're in Croatia. You're in a pirate town in Croatia. Look out for the pirates. Go pirate, Mila.
I'm a pirate. Okay, that was a big step.
Think we'll learn our beach swim after this?
Beach swim, okay. Yeah.
Peek a hole in the window. Wow. That's a pretty cool peeky hole. You want to have a little peeky hole? You can see everything from up here. Just got a lot harder.
Do I have to climb that?
It's just like the playground.
I never did that.
Here they come. Squishy. Yeah. This is where the pirates would come to keep a lookout and also run away from bigger crews that came to get them.
Who was Bigger Creek?
More pirates, or people that tried to defeat the pirates. It's just so stunning. This is like one of the prettiest places I think I've been. It's just so unique. Well, that was the best €3 we've spent, I reckon. Not many things cost only €3. Down we go. We ditched the pram down here somewhere, so hopefully it's still here. It's here. The amount of times we've left this in a strange place, and it's still with us. Next time we come to Split and need accommodation nearby, I'm going to be staying in this place. I am completely obsessed. And I think it's because it still gives you that small village feeling. Last week we were in Šibenik and we had that feeling, and it was completely overwhelming to us in a very good way. We felt so relaxed and we felt so calm. The place was so walkable and it was just really nice and quiet. But then we arrived in Split and it was quite overwhelming in a slightly bad way, just because it was really busy. It's still beautiful, so nice, but just a lot of people make things not feel as relaxing. So this place is definitely a good place to visit today for us to get a bit more peace. So we've ventured through the old town to get over to the beach. And apparently this beach is sandy. So far we are yet to find a sandy beach in all of Europe. And of course we're from Australia, so we're very fussy beach people. And when someone says sand, we expect like fine white sand or gold and yellow at least, but I'm interested to see what's here. Apparently it's sandy. Let's go find out. So not only do you have just the most beautiful old town inside, but as you're walking to the beach, you've also got this really beautiful main street where the cars can drive, and it's just so beautifully shaded, and the mountain, as you can see behind me, is just so picturesque. We are getting closer to the sandy beach, and so far it's not really sandy. It's trying to be sand. It's sandy enough that it's going to make you messy. Yeah, I'm not sure about this being a sandy beach. I guess it's finer than usual. It is just like dirt. It's softer, which is a bit of a luxury, and it won't hurt your feet when you stand on it. We've already got an attempt sandcastle happening over here. Is it working? I think Tom found where he's spending the morning. It's a little bit more sandy down here, but it's also just a little bit dirty too. And that's another thing that we feel very lucky to have in Australia. So many of our beaches are just pristine. So we're very spoilt for that. Baby, that's glass. This is what I'm talking about. But you don't get views like this on beaches in Australia, that's for sure. We're brave in the cold, Callie. Very cold though, isn't it? Ooh. Nice to not need shoes in the water though. That is so nice. And it is honestly probably the sandiest beach that I've been to in Europe so far. If you know of a better one, Leave it in the comments so we can visit it because we do love sandy beaches. How soft is it on your feet?
Okay.
Dip.
Oh.
We're being dipped. Guys, how soft is it in the sand? Yeah. Well, it definitely passes for a sandy beach because once you're in the water, it is so nice. It feels so soft. And the fact that you don't have to wear shoes in here is just such a bonus. So far, it's definitely my favourite beach in Croatia. Are you cold?
Yeah.
Are you ready to hop out?
Yes.
Do you love swimming in the cold Croatian water? It is a little bit chilly. And we're back on the beach and it's rocky again. That was so lovely. And a nice way to cool down, especially after that fortress walk. Thank you so much. And when Tom and I first started getting on the Mediterranean, we got addicted to sparkling water, didn't we? And you have to get it with lemon. Something about that Adriatic sea salt in your hair just makes you want a sparkling water. Only if there's lemon. I do actually love bubbling water. Lots of lemon.
Thank you.
Cheers.
I feel magic right now. Check me out.
Yeah.
Beach cafe, my little espresso thing, a bit of pastry in my hand.
This was the perfect place to spend a day. So if you are in Split, I would highly recommend visiting Omiš. Cheers. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. So this morning we've left Split again and we've driven 25 minutes over to the Kastela villages. It's basically the stretch of coastline that goes from Split to Trogir, and there are 7 different villages along this part of the Kashtel. And first up we are in Kaštel Gomilica, and I'm probably saying that wrong, so sorry about that. But this one is a pretty special one because Game of Thrones fans would notice that this is one of the most famous spots where Arya comes in to start her training in Bravos. So it was a very cool spot to film part of their scenes in Game of Thrones, but today it is just simply used as a hotel and still as just the historic fortress, which I think is really cool. But it does look like the perfect thing to use as a backdrop for a film like that because it's just so medieval looking, and it's really cool that it drops straight into the ocean. This is cool, hey. It's so old. I love visiting all these tiny little villages that aren't very popular because it means you get to see it way more like the locals would actually live. And the buildings just look so old still because they haven't been done up all flash to impress tourists. And I just think it's such a cool look. So come more into the town and you can actually go over to the fortress. It's a very unique look, like being able to cross this stone bridge over to it. It's just really cool. And it is a beautiful day to be out here again with this beautiful blue sky. So it says the fort was built by the Benedictine nuns between 1529 and 1537. It was built on an underwater rock 40 metres from the shore. Tradition has it this protected area provided shelter to 17 families from the village who built their houses here. And you can still go inside today. And it's got hotels and houses and it's really cool. Imagine if this is where you grew up as a kid. You just like lived in this fortress with a bunch of other houses and had to walk across this cool bridge to get to your house. So cool. Places like this are just so far from what we're used to back home in Australia. You'd just never see something like this, and especially something this old. People are usually living in quite modern houses, at least not century-old buildings. It's just so cool to be able to see these places in person. Wow, imagine this being your backyard, guys. Can't play ball out there, but you can swim. It's beautiful.
Looking at doorway because it's ocean.
Yeah, they might take their boats there, do you think?
That's your window just on the water.
I know,
In a
right?
storm, that would be hectic.
Actually, I wonder if it's waterproof.
Probably not. It's probably just the timber panels.
It's so nice here. Tom has this dream of when he is an old man, he wants to live between different villages along the Mediterranean coastline. And he always says to me, you can't pick a wrong village because they're all just beautiful. And I honestly think he's correct because we've been to so many different little villages in the Mediterranean and even like in Lake Garda in Italy, places like that. And they're all just so picturesque and beautiful and so relaxing. And I think that's what he really loves about them, is the part where you just feel like your heart rate slows down. It's a very good feeling. You don't get it in any other places in the world, I swear. So our plan today is to basically just walk along 3 of the villages here, and it's maybe a 3.5 kilometre journey to do that. So we've parked the car at one end and we're going to walk to the other, and then hopefully take a bus or something back to the car. Worst case, we'll just walk it. It's a really good way to do it because it makes you slow down and it lets you see all the little details in each place too. And we have been craving a nice big walk as well. So we've packed our swimmers for when we get hot, and I think soon we'll try and find some morning tea. How's this for your morning walk, eh? This is the best idea. Somebody found his best news ever today. There's a bakery close to the cafe.
Yeah. I think that might be Ego Beach Bar, yep. And right beside Ego Beach Bar is Bakery Reba. Authentic taste, fresh warm bread.
Oh my gosh, we've barely even walked this morning and we found paradise. Oh my gosh. We might have some morning tea, then a swim, and stay here the rest of the day.
Yeah, we're not gonna, we haven't even gotten to the second town. I don't think we've even left the first town.
We haven't. This is so nice, isn't it? Not a bad spot for your morning tea, Callie. Is this okay for you, Mila?
Yeah, but then I can't reach when I'm coloring.
Yeah, that's true. You might want to play with the rocks and the ocean instead, hey? So we've done our classic Croatia hack where we sit at a nice cafe with views and have a coffee, and then we've gone to a bakery nearby to get some sweets to have for morning tea, because they actually most of the time don't sell food until maybe 1 or 2 o'clock at these places, and then some don't even sell food at all. So we found our own little hack. They let you do it because a lot of people do it, and it's a perfect way to have the best views with a coffee and also have some food as well. What'd you get? Interesting old donut.
Actually pretty good. Vanilla donut and then a chocolate croissant.
Nice.
It's better than I thought.
Chocolate croissant.
Tom pointed out that this is the castle that we were just at, and we did not get very far. How many more villages have we got to get to? 2 more, yeah. 5 more and 2 more.
I think this will be a easy walk.
It's going to be a good walk. That's all I know. Good old rocky beaches. They're painful on the feet, but goodness me, they make a beautiful ocean. I don't know how we're ever meant to keep walking from here when this is maybe like the best place you ever visit in your life. But who knows, maybe there's more of these along the coast and we're yet to find them. Hopefully that's true, because I could spend my day like this. As nice as that place was, we've peeled ourselves away from it in the pursuit of getting to the other village. But our goal is probably next up to find a nice swimming spot, because it's getting a bit warm already. But that's the joy of being able to walk along the coastline. There's going to be so many swimming spots to choose from, and also a lot of these different cafes that you can stop at too. But such a good idea. We've just never really thought to do something like this, and I suppose it's never usually that easy to walk from one place to another. But with the 7 villages so close together, it really does make a good walking route.
The next stop's just here. I know we haven't been walking for long. We're gonna have to pull up right here.
Tom's dream, premium ice cream. It was a massive walk.
Made it from here to here. There's a playground here now as well. But seriously though, like, you get ice cream, sit on that chair, watch the kids play for another hour. Like, we could have just killed 3 hours in this one area.
In this one tiny area.
Trying. In fact, trying to do the opposite.
Yeah, it is harder to do the opposite, honestly. It's very sad that we're walking away from that little place because I loved it there. But onwards to the next village. And it's nice that a lot of the walking route today is going to be right by the water's edge, which just makes it such a nice walk. So the first village that we were in is actually really close to the second one. So it's not that big of a walk to get to the next village, but it is a completely different feeling here. And it's just so cool to be able to see the different contrast between each one. And this one's a bit more like a sleepy fishing village. You can see the clothes hanging on the lines, and some of the men are actually out fishing, and it's just such a slow-paced environment, and I am here for it. Like, look at the pace these old men are walking at. That is exactly what I'm trying to tell you. It is just a different energy here. No one is in a rush, and it's much more calm.
This is why I used to say I could just walk around the different cafes in Europe, because what else are you gonna do? And what else do you need to do? It's just like another perfect view in another perfect place.
There's nothing else to your day, surely. And I love that in the distance you can see Split. Super cool. So as hard as it is not stopping at any of these beautiful beaches, we've decided to go to the third and final village of the day, just because it's getting a bit late and we're going to start getting very sunburnt and hot soon. So we're just going to keep up the walking, get to the last village, and then find a really nice spot to cool down once we're there. Although this bar does look pretty good.
This looks good. Look at
It does, it's so shady. It's the most beautiful one apparently. Now we've reached probably the most boring part of the walk for the day, and that is to get from the second village to the third. You've got to kind of go the street back from the ocean because all these big mansions have like built up right on the ocean. It looks pretty cool to have a house there. So we've just put Mila in the pram. We've done our sunscreen again. We're just walking the 1K to get to the next village, and then we're going to have a swim to cool down. But apparently the third village we are visiting today is one of the most picturesque among the 7 Kaštel villages. So I'm interested to see if that's true. You can picture our little Croatian house there, looking out to that. So if anyone wants to put in for this, we're all open. There's plenty of space to put a little bungalow per person. We can all live there together. We can sip red wine, eat olives from our olive trees, go for swims in the sparkling blue water. It'll be a good life. We have lost a bit of sunshine though, and this big storm cloud seems to be taking over, which is a pro for our walk because it's much cooler for us, but it's a con because we didn't choose to swim back when it was nice, bright and sunny, but we'll still do it anyway. You've got to go for a swim when you've done a big walk like this. This one seems a lot more modern, doesn't it, with the promenade? So far this feels like the probably fanciest village and the more modern one. It's not as many little old stone houses and stuff that look like they haven't been touched. They've got a beautiful new restaurant on the water, and the whole promenade is just all brand new looking. And I think if there was no big dooming storm cloud in front of you, it probably would be absolutely stunning. But right now it's just a little bit daunting because we're walking straight into it. The sun's really trying for us. It's really cool too that each of the villages have these castles or fortresses right by the water. It just makes it look way more epic when each of them have their own little community, their own little stories, and of course they're just impressive to see. Very cool views from your front door. This is how they upgraded it over the years, turned it into a pretty epic castle fortress. Wow, that is amazing. Views. It's raining. Oh no, we did not prepare for rain. Oh man, it was only a small cloud. Hopefully it doesn't last. Do you still want to go for that swim?
I am.
Yeah. Oh man, we should have stopped at the first place. Yeah, we might get a fair bit wet. It's getting wetter. Oh yeah, she wet. Okay, sudden change of plan. It is pouring rain. We will not be going for a swim today, even though we're already getting wet. We're gonna head to the bus stop. Get hop in the dry, Callie. Oh man. So we just jumped on the bus. Thankfully it arrived as soon as we got there, but the rain has followed us and now it's still pouring here. So we gotta run back to the car. A car just drove past on this busy road and just absolutely wet us. We got a little bit wet. Pram is soaked. Well, we ended up extremely wet without even having to swim. Next week we're heading to Hvar Island, so if you want to see what we get up to there, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you'll see us again next week. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Now let's go get dry. Fully drenched. Ah, it's coming! Get in the car!